So around 5 p.m. of Tuesday, the 4th day of November 2025, in this community you are seeing on the screen, Oglewu community, in which local government, in this Ohimini local government, of where? Of Benue State. So these are Christian dominated people, all their communities. In fact, they are 100% Christians. So these people they call bandits, they are terrorists. They invaded the community, they burned down the Catholic Church, they killed scores of people, they gunned down over 10 persons. So I'm putting out the name of the community, the local government, and the church, everything that happened, so that you will go there and verify for yourself, or you can Google it to verify more about yourself. Now, this is where people are saying there is nothing like Christian genocide. Why are you burning churches? Why are you burning churches? Why are you burning churches? By the way, why are you killing people? You see, if they talk now, they will say, oh, it is not only Christians that are dying. So people should continue to die because it's not only Christians that are dying. So both Christians and non-Christians should continue to die. Enough is enough. Oh. Enough is enough. Something must be done. Nigeria is having last opportunity, because if there is no intervention, it is over. We know that Nigeria can solve this problem. That is the truth. Nigeria can solve it. So Nigeria needs a foreign intervention, because all these terrorists, they said to us that they are not Nigerians, that they are foreigners. So who brought these foreigners? The politicians. What is the mission they brought them? They will claim they brought them to win an election. That is reasonable. They're supposed to be facing firing squad, but let's say they brought it for political reasons. Then after that, what next? But we know that they were never brought to Nigeria for political reasons. It is either we wake up or we perish. And this is the reason why I, Coach Abi, myself, have been supporting American intervention in Nigeria, because the Nigerian security forces has confessed on national television so many times that they don't have the capacity to fight these people. And what they said is proven, because you can see that for over 2 decades, getting to 2 decades to say, this insurgency terrorism has been going on in Nigeria without them defeating them. They can be lying to us today that Boko Haram is technically defeated, tomorrow they are defeated, next tomorrow they are this, they are that. But the reality speaks for itself. No matter how you try to play politics or talk this, talk that, the reality continues to speak for itself. So this is the situation we are facing. And I am telling people, do not keep your mouth shut. Do not keep your mouth shut. You see, in conflict resolution, there are stages of conflict resolution. We are at this moment at the point of competing. The point of competing. One must bow. So it's either we fight this to the end or we perish together. These terrorists will not stop. They will send everybody to grave. It is step by step, from one place to the other, conquering, becoming, expanding. That is all about it. So this is in the midst of tension of United States of America, President Donald Trump trying to come to Nigeria to kill these terrorists. You know, their sponsors are empowering them. Go and do this thing more. Go and do this thing more. Let us do what we can do. Before, if anything is going to happen, let it happen. These people are not playing. Everything you hear about Nigeria, about the kingdom, it is real. I wonder why people are playing politics with all these things. A word is enough for the wise.
My emotion, because my emotion is high. In my own village, Ifonlaile, in my own village, they killed our king. They killed our king. I will say again, it's not an ordinary person they killed, though. They killed the king. I personally feel almost like Nigeria is the Wild West. And I want to be a part of that gunslinging Wild West, where we'll just be killing ourselves anyhow. As has been said, we have a minority to the tune of 7% who are running that country into hell, running the country backward, and nobody wants to admit it. We have been begging from the time of our World War for education to be the freedom of the nation. Those in the North have largely objected to that. We don't want European education. We want to invest ourselves in the Quran. I'm afraid this is the stupidity that those in the North are helping to oppress the whole nation. We are not speaking hard enough. We're speaking as though we are not competent to what's going on around us. We have a country that is going backwards, fast.
Like I said, we know where these guys are. We know where they live. We know their parents.
You know them as a government?
Of course we do. They live with the same community we live.
So why is it difficult to get them?
That is the $1 million question that I should ask you.
We are trying to understand, for those of us who are now conversant with Zamfara, have never been there, and we hear you as a chief security officer speak tonight to say you know these people, but yet you can't get them. It's a head scratcher.
It is something that we are trying to all put our heads together. That is why, from what I can do as a governor, to have this CPG as a first line of defense. Of course, military are there, police are there, as well as civil defense, but they are not under my control. They are under the control of federal government. And they are
in trying to remove Jonathan, there were stateless persons that were from the Sahel region that were imported into Nigeria.
You are in support of America invading Nigeria.
100%.
Guns are blazing.
I said 100%. Since the government have refused to listen and leaders are not even helping matters.
Wouldn't that affect the sovereignty of Nigeria? That's the question I'm asking.
Hold on. You now have a sovereignty where terrorists are not telling you what to do, Abi. You now have a sovereignty where terrorists are on the dining table with government, telling government what to do, and leaders are supporting it in Moses. That's really my annoyance. Why would anybody utter such words? These are things you should frown at. Who brought them into Nigeria? Was Nigeria like this in 1999? Moses, please be sincere to yourself. Who brought them into Nigeria? What are they doing here? Why are they not in Ghana? Why are they not in the Republic of Benue? Please, why are they not in South Africa? You can see, we forgot the genesis of our problem and we are blaming America. Let them come. If that will solve the problem. Since you people don't know what to do, let them come and help us. Look at now, as I'm talking to you now, almost 20 villages have been taken over in Plateau and Benue. Moses, who are those occupying those villages? Are they Christians? The real indigenous of those states are now in IDP camp, and they are the farmers in Nigeria. Can you beat that?
Oh, what started Boko Haram? Everybody knows. It was started in Borno by the then Borno governor, Ali Sharif. He is still roaming the streets freely.
Who started the Boko Haram crisis in Borno State? The governor, Muhammadu Ali Sharif.
Let me first of all say that the idea of bringing people from outside the country to destabilize wasn't, I didn't say they brought people to destabilize. What I said was that the idea, they actually brought people into the country with the intention that those people will come and vote for them. I think you understand? And they never realized, they never knew, they were never convinced that they were going to win that election because PDP was very, very strong on ground. So the fear was that they were going to lose the election. So the only thing they could do was to bring in people who could serve as mercenaries to come and win elections for them through the back door. But when the new PDP came on board and joined them and to form the APC and won the election, they didn't know what to do with those people. And in the process, those people became uncontrollable. Many people have spoken about that. You've mentioned a name now, although I hate to mention names. You've mentioned a name now, you've mentioned the El-Rufai. He talked about them.
Because top politicians who are very functional and are in the National Assembly and are in Abuja are the architects and advocates of not just instigating but harboring and keeping these people and feeding them in the bushes and taking care of all their needs and buying all the other gadgets for them. This is extremely unacceptable. If they do not love the lives of the people, and then
All
they're
right.
only fighting for their own political position. I think I am serving the interest of the common masses, and it is a concern to me, and it is my right to protect them. So once we receive this report this coming week, we're going to take it up very seriously.
All right.
There are quite a number of big names that are mentioned here. So this is where we are.
All right. We'll be looking forward to the report and making it public. And for the interest of the people of the state, I'm hoping that people will not instigate and continue to allow the killings of the people. But Governor, thank you so much indeed for your time tonight. Governor,
And Aswaju called me. He says, Hajia, I said, sir. He said, I respect your stance on not accepting the appointment. I said, yes, sir. Because I can't be a zombie. I just can't follow you because you said I should follow you. Let me know what you have for us up north. Because if I made a mistake on Buhari, with you, the truth is written on the horizon. So I have to know what you have for us. He said he's in London, that if I can, I should go over. He offered to buy me a ticket. I said, no, sir, I can afford a ticket. And then he said, can I get a hotel for you? I said, yes, that I will appreciate. I took the next Lufthansa to London. I saw him that same night, and we sat. And I said, sir, the reason why I'm not accepting your appointment is because I don't know what you have for us up north. Because in the north, every single person is either waiting to be killed or kidnapped. We can't go on like this. What is your blueprint for us? He told me that he doesn't have anything for us. I said, you mean, sir, you don't have a blueprint? He said, I can't have a blueprint because if I have a blueprint, I'll be stepping on too many toes and they might even kill me. This was what he said.
East, Abu Anudua Federal Constituency, River State. I want to get his words. He said, personal matters that was envisaged, he says, by the people who drafted this constitution. And I want to quote him. The implication is, if the word personal is removed, Islamic law would have broader implications. The word personal was put there for a reason. Let's talk a bit about this whole conversation about Islamizing the country with our population and our dynamics. Is it possible that someone can sneak this in at some point and force all of us under some sort of regulation that we do not ascribe to? Is it possible that this can happen in this country?
It is possible, and don't be deceived. It's going to happen. It is possible, and don't be deceived. It's going to happen. It is possible, and don't be deceived. It's going to happen.